Good afternoon, everyone. How are you today? Okay, and I am doing just great. You are most welcome to Chattogram Online School, and this is Muhammad Rafiqul Islam. The students, in today's class, we are going to study. A very important lesson. This is for your from your English for Today book. So the students, let's start this class with a video. Look at the video. Watch the video carefully and listen to.
What is renewable energy? Renewable energy is generated from sources that naturally replenish themselves and never run out. The most common sources are solar, wind, hydro, geothermal, and biomass. Over 80% of the total energy consumed by humans is derived from fossil fuels. However, renewables are the fastest growing source of energy in the world.
Okay, the students, I think no need to discuss the video again. So perhaps you have guessed the idea of this lesson. So today our lesson is renewable energy source 1. Look at this. Look at the board. Renewable one. Okay, our topic, renewable energy source 1. Take out your English for Today book and open your book at page 138, Unit 11, Lesson 1, Renewable Energy. The students' learning outcomes. After we have studied this unit, you will be able to describe familiar objects, participate in conversation, discussion, read intensively and extensively, write formal letters. Okay, turn to page 139. Yes, we're going to section A. The students, there are some pictures of different items you see. Now write the name each item under the picture. You write in your book, and there are some pictures. Let's learn and write, and at the same time try to write under the picture their name. Number 1, what comes next? What do you see? Is very common in rural area. In the past it was used widely, the rural area. This is what? Yes, hurricane. Next is common in city, in both city and village. It is electric bulb. Okay, do you know this? This is candle. Okay, the next we see here, this is not familiar, perhaps you don't know, and this is table lamp. It is kept on table. Okay, next, see, there's another row here. This is also electric bulb, but this is energy saver bulb, and this is tell the name, tube light. Okay, and you'll see in the car, this is headlight. Okay, and now it is something is charging with the light, so this is charge light. In the bottom row we see it, you'll see in the stage, so this is stage light, and this is common in your home. You will find you use regularly this light. This is, yes, charge light. This is, you can see clearly perhaps, but it is well lamp. And finally we see it is gas light. The students, now go to 140, page 140, and let's move on to section B. Read the text and answer the following questions. So let's read the text. Sohan lives in a village in southwest part of Bangladesh. This is a very easy sentence, so I think no need to translate this sentence in other language. Last night he could not sleep. His sister had her SSC exam next morning. She could not read either. There was load shedding. The summer night being muggy and hot, light became hell. The students load shedding. What is load shedding? You know, is a common phenomenon. Load shedding is the practice of stopping of the supply of electricity for the period of time, because you know the demand is greater than supply. Okay, the next, hell. You know, hell is a place where the bad people will go after death, and here hell means very bad experience. Without electricity, most of the areas remain dark for hours due to power shortage, lack of power. Next, we see in May, June, temperature shoots up to grow. Shoots up means grow very fast to 40 degrees Celsius, with almost 90% of humidity in the atmosphere. It becomes all wet, damp and sticky when you are busy fanning yourself all the time. How can you concentrate on studies? In the night it is impossible to sit down to study with a candle light or table lamp, or helical lamp, or rural kerosene lamp, perfume lamp. People simply come out of houses almost bare-bodied and sit in the open places. Some splash cold water on their faces. Fans remain unmoving, electric bulbs are off, and it is dark everywhere. It is simply unbearable. Okay, finally you see, what is the reason of frequent load shedding? Fresh reports say there is a shortage in electricity production. According to Power Development Authorities, the demand of electricity a few years ago was more than 6,000 megawatt. It is and nationwide a day, while the supply remained around 4,200 megawatt. In the rural area, the Rural Electrification Board REB could supply barely half of the total demand, which was around 2,400 megawatt per day. In the capital city, the demand stood at around 1,400 megawatt, while the supply amounted to 650 megawatt. As a result, load shedding is unavoidable for the time being, but situation is improving very fast. Is the elaboration of megawatt. Megawatt, which is a unit of power, is to measure the output of power station. The students, now I'll take you to a board. Look at the board. I have discovered 2 words for you here. Enrich your vocab. Always, never forget it. I have selected a word. Write in your exercise book. Number 1, concentrate. Concentrate means, try to guess, pay attention. To pay attention. Okay, I'm giving you a piece of advice. You should pay attention on your study. Okay, concentrate, to pay attention. The next word that I have, you will see, is stinky. Is stinky. Stinky means smelling unpleasant. Smelling unpleasant. Smelling unpleasant. Okay, we can say it is the place is stinky. The last word is sticky. Sticky means uncomfortable. 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 Okay, we can write, we feel sticky in the high temperature. And repeat after me. Concentrate, to pay attention. Stinky, smelling unpleasant. And last one is sticky, uncomfortable. Okay, dear students, Now look at the book at your page 140. There are some questions. Let's learn and write the answer of the question. Question number 1: what happened to Swan last night? You'll find the answer of the question at the first sentence of the passage, that last night he could not sleep. Number 1: Sohan could not sleep last night. Okay. Question number 2: how was the summer night? The students, how was the summer night? Already we have learned the summer night was warm, damp. Can you see it? Warm, right here, comma, damp and hot. Okay. And question number 3, the question is, how is a summer day? A summer day is, we can write a summer day is wet, damp, and you can use this word, sticky. Okay. Why? For higher temperature. For high temperature. Okay. Thus you'll solve the rest of two questions. The students, now go to page 141. The section C. We'll working up to section C. Have you written this? Okay. In section C, you will find a table. Complete column B and C in the following table with information from the above text. In section B, calculate the shortage of electricity supply and write the result of in column D. The students, now I'm drawing a table here. It will be 4 column and also 4 row. Okay, column A, B, C and D, and it is electricity, and right here in short, and here will be demand, and here supply, and it is deficit. Okay, you'll find all this information in the text. This one, it is nationwide, it is rural area, and it is capital city. It is capital city. Okay, now we see in the text, nationwide demand 6,000 megawatt, but supply 6,000 megawatt, but supply you see 4,200 megawatt supply, but deficit, calculate this deficit, we see here 1,800 megawatt deficit. Okay, now you can write here 6,000 megawatt and supply is 4,200 megawatt and deficit 1,800 megawatt. Okay, rural area, demand, supply and deficit. Rural area, you will find in the text only supply, and that is 2,000 supply 2,400 megawatt, but there is said that the supply demand will be is double, is 2 times, that means 4,800 megawatt. Now you can you can calculate, subtract this figure from this figure, and that would be 2400 megawatt. Okay, now you can write this 400 demand, 4800 megawatt, 2400 megawatt, and finally deficit 2400 megawatt. Okay, finally here capital city, that means Dhaka city. Here directly you find this, the demand of capital city 1400 megawatt, and its supply 650 megawatt. Finally we can calculate, we can subtract this figure from this, and it would be 750 megawatt. Okay, thus you can solve its table and transfer all the information. Okay, the students, now I am going to, again we are going to screen. Look at the screen. Perhaps now you have understood the text well. Now there is an assessment for you. I'm giving you a few seconds to make 5 meaningful sentences from that table. Okay, are you doing? You're making these 5 meaningful sentences from the table. Few seconds later I'll give you the answer of this table. Okay, now I'm showing the answer. Look here, check your answer. So Hans' sister could not read because why? Because of extreme hot, and a vast area remains in the dark as there is a crisis of electricity. People come out of houses almost bare-bodied because of excessive heat. Some people take bath more than once as they want to get rid of it. Load shedding happens because of less production of electricity. Okay, finally we are going to finish this class, and finally I'm giving you a homework, and of course you'll do this homework and you'll write it in comment box, and then I'll check. The students thus you will practice at your home all the lesson. So that's it. Bye for now. Thank you very much.